We now put the focus on the Delhi coaching center horror, where the Delhi High Court came down heavily on the Delhi police and the civic body as well, saying that there's criminal negligence. In fact, the High Court also said significantly that corruption on the part of public servants may also be suspected, which is why now the case has been transferred to the CBI as well. In fact, the High Court said that the Delhi municipality has no respect for the law and that all our orders are falling on deaf ears. Joining me for that, Jagdish Magman, former chairman of the MCD, Ritik Saw, UPSC aspirant, is also with us, and Dr. Sudhir Krishna continues to be with us. Going across to you first, Ritik Saw, the case has now been transferred to the CBI. The students and UPSC aspirants have been protesting relentlessly, undeterred. Does this satisfy you in a sense that now the investigation at least is in safe hands?
Yeah, actually, the thing is that since the case has now been transferred to the CBI, we would be believing that CBI, the senior officials, the senior officers would be definitely, investigating in the justice way. They would be giving the justice to the students, because as of now, Delhi police has not been coordinating with us. Delhi police has been, arresting the innocent. So we this is a good decision by the Delhi High Court that the case has been transferred to the CBI. And yes, our fingers are crossed that, our demands would get, fulfilled, and whatever the things that has happened will come to the, in a very transparent way to the students as well, to the, to the UPSC aspirants, and we would be in the safe hands. So, yes.
Okay. So some hope there, because of course those families who are grieving the loss of young lives, tragically cut short, there can be no justice to them, but at least the investigation is now in safe hands, is what Ritik Saw is saying. Jagdish Mamgen, come in on this point, because MCD ki jahan tak baat kare, one of the richest municipalities in the country, and the kind of apathy and criminal negligence that we have seen on the part of the MCD. They sealed some basements after the horrific tragedy took place. Why was no action taken before it? Why no preemptive measures by the MCD? In fact, there have been violation of norms. That basement was being run as an illegal library. There was a biometric system that failed because electricity went off. There's so many norms that were flouted, but still no action on the part of the MCD. So one to believe that there's some sort of collusion or nexus between those benefiting from lethal infrastructure and the MCD officials? Jagdish ji, go ahead.
Definitely. क्योंकि आप ये मान के चलो कि अगर वहां पर देखिए, बेसिकली तो क्या है कि कोचिंग सेंटर कम्स अंडर रेजिडेंशियल कैटेगरी, तो उसने बिल्डिंग बनाई, उसने बेसमेंट बनाया, इसमें तो कोई लीगल था नहीं, लेकिन बेसमेंट इज मेंट टू यूज फॉर.
Okay, we seem to have a patchy line there with Jagdish Mamgen. But Dr. Sudhir Krishna, coming to you again, because, it's not just about one coaching center. Multiple coaching centers have flouted norms, the building bylaws that seem to be only on paper. There seem to be no regard for these building bylaws. In fact, I've reported from these areas, they have they violate fire safety norms, they violate building bylaws, they violate, the NOC certificate that is being given to them. So there's no respect for law of any kind.
Yes, I think this, as I said on your earlier show, a tendency is coming among the people, and the governing authorities are also accepting that violation of law is not a serious matter anymore. You violate any law and you seek approval, you take a chance. If you are not caught, which is 90% of the chance, and 10% if you are caught, you pay some fine and it is regularized. You can add floor to your building, you can close your balconies, and you can extend the your construction to up to the drain or on top of the drain. You can do anything, and you can get away with it. At best, either 90% you will not be caught, and 10% this has to be checked, and we have to enforce the building bylaws thoroughly. See, in what case, even if somebody is put behind bars, how does it help in the larger plane?
Yes.
Unless wholesale inspection is done for the whole area, which is possible.
So it needs a complete overhaul, because as you said, just arresting one or two people won't really sort of trigger a systemic change, which is what is needed. Ritik, so let me go back to you, because the story is really about you guys, the UPSC aspirants. In fact, one of your colleagues or one of your fellow UPSC aspirants said that Rajinder Nagar is like a living hell. Talk to us about your daily struggles living in one of the largest and most prestigious UPSC hubs of the country.
So the thing is here, the thing here is like during mostly during the rainy season, the wires, the electric poles are hanging, and our lives is at stake when we are on road. Before we leave our doors, we always think that how would we reach to the center where we are actually safe. So the conditions is like the buildings are too tightly packed, no ventilations at all. 10 by 8 rooms are like suffocating for us, and the charges are too high for us to pay. And at the same time, the facilities that we are getting is just to breathe there. So we are actually staking a life here. I would definitely say each and every student, those who are there in ORN, not happy with the conditions they are living. Most of our time are being spent on the library. We just sleep at home, and then after the full time, the 24 hours, almost like 18 hours, we are there on the library. Just
and all these libraries you're talking about are in the basement.
Yeah, most 99% of the libraries are running on the basements, and every officials are aware of it. They go to that area, they go, they visit regularly to that area, but they they have the nexus between the coaching centers. There are strong connections between them. They don't even ask that why are they running, they are breaching the law and violating the laws. There is no accountability from the side of the MCT officials as well, and coaching centers as well. So we students, there is nobody who could be approached, and these are not the things which we could discuss to our parents, because at the end our parents are they are more concerned about our life. They are more concerned about we come from so far, but then the things are not aligned up.
Yes.
So
all of you students coming from far off cities, you deserve better, and Delhi needs to do better than this. In fact, all our municipalities and the richest municipalities, including Delhi and Mumbai, need to do better. For now, we'll slip into a short break. That's all the time that we had on The Last Word, but this is a story we'll continue to track very, very closely. Good night.